Welcome to Midlife Matters. I'm Marie, and each week I'm joined by my friends Julie and Mindy to talk about all the topics keeping women in the middle years up at night. Today we're doing an advice show. Join us as we share questions, answers, what we would have done, and ask you what you would do. Let's get started. Listeners, today we are talking about advice. We are going back to one of our longtime listener requests in which we take advice columns and we read what they answered and we think about what we would have answered. And this is actually pretty fun. We've done it a couple times in the past, and it's one of those things where when we ask for listener recommendations on what we should do, they always say, do another advice episode. So here you go. Are you excited, Julie and Mindy?
Yeah, it's so funny because I think these are really fun episodes, but I don't know why I like them so much because I personally would never write in to total strangers to ask them what I should do about something. That's just not something I'd ever do, but I love reading them and I love reading the answers.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I think, I love it because, Marie, you sent us this article, and I don't get magazines in the mail anymore, but I used to love reading things like this. And so
Mhm.
it's kind of like a little spotlight on what problems people are having.
Yeah.
And, and I just find that quite intriguing. And then to read the advice, because I think a lot of times like, "Ooh, that's awkward. I'm glad I don't deal with that." Or
Yeah.
Well, and the whole magazine part is a little nostalgic for me because I used to love
Yes.
getting one or two magazines, for years.
I know,
Yes.
me too. I kinda miss it.
All right. Well, how we usually work these is I send out a bunch of questions that I found, and then we each just go kind of round robin, pick one, talk about it. So, Mindy, what was the first question that appealed to you that you want to talk about?
Well, this probably will not surprise anyone, but it has to do with sleep.
Oh, okay.
And so the first question, the dilemma is my sister and I are very close. Our problem, she's a night owl, and our nighttime phone calls are keeping me up way too late. I've tried dropping hints about how we both need to go to bed earlier, but she laughs it off and playfully teases me. The lack of sleep is starting to have an impact on me. I know she needs someone to talk to. Should I just take one for the team? I see the whole on the airplane oxygen mask situation happening in my mind, like, to help someone
Mhm.
else, you've got to be able to breathe yourself.
Uh-huh.
And so I kind of thought, like, if it's actually impacting her, then maybe a little boundary needs to be set. And so it sounds like they're really close. Honestly, I would have to be honest with if I had a sister, this were the issue. Because I think that relationships are a two-way street. And as much as she wants to be there for her sister, I think, would also want to be there for her. And so true intimacy lies in being able to be honest with one another in love. And I think they would be able to have, a healthy boundary with one another and actually
Mhm.
create more intimacy and a better relationship.
I was thinking if it was a one-time phone call, of course I would take it and, and stay up till 2 in the morning if she needed me. But if she acts like this is kind of a pattern, and so I think I would just probably say, "I love these conversations. Could we move them up an hour?" Or, just
Mm-hmm.
something
Mm-hmm.
kinda keeping it light, but seeing if we could
Right.
make it work better for both people.
Right.
I've kind of experienced this not with my sister, but you can experience this with your college kids. So I would, be relaxed, laying in bed, kind of winding down. It's like, and I'm not super early. It's like could be even 10:30 at night. But I'm thinking I'm going to be going to bed soon. I don't have any major problems on my mind. And then someone's name would pop up on my phone, and I don't dare not answer it because what if it's an emergency? You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
then it might be this diatribe of problems that could be dealt with in the morning. They're not like my car broke down and can you tell me how to get a hold of AAA or whatever. Like it's something that we could deal with in the morning. And I finally had to say, because then that would get me all worked up.
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
finally had to say, if this is a problem that can wait until the morning, could you guys not call me after like 10 o'clock? Because it's
Right.
really hard for me to like wind back down. I know that they probably feel better because they've unloaded, But for me, now that's just all swimming in my brain while I'm trying to fall asleep, and there's really never much I can do about any of it.
I
I
know.
know. I did that, about a month ago. I got 2 texts while I was in bed after 10:30, and they both had some information that was unsettling, and these are from people that don't
Mm,
normally text me, so it
Mm.
wasn't like
Mhm.
I could really say, "Hey," but I thought, "Oh, I just shouldn't have even opened that text."
Mm. Mhm.
Because it just brought I don't know, I didn't sleep well that night at all
Mhm.
because
right,
it just put something in my mind that I had to think about.
right. I know worry seems to get shared at night, doesn't it? Like
Yeah.
Real true.
like that's when we share worry so much more than like in the light of day. And so
Mhm.
um I know with the kids, like they know I'm not going to be on my phone. It's on silent. And so there is an emergency bypass if there's an emergency, but basically they know mom's not texting them back or answering the phone even unless it's like a two ring situation.
Mhm. All right, Julie, what was the next question that appealed to you?
Okay, the first one was right next to the one Mindy just did about, is it socially acceptable to offer guests a glass of water from the tap? She says, "We have a whole house filter system, so the tap water is quite good. I never drink bottled water at home and prefer to take a refillable bottle when I'm out. I've noticed that nobody offers a glass of water anymore. It's always an individual plastic bottle. Curious for your thoughts." And I'd have to say that I have offered people tap water because I don't buy plastic water bottles. I don't,
Mhm.
I mean, I used to maybe years ago, or John did, but I just don't like them. And so I offer tap water, or I have the refrigerator filtered water, and it's cold. So I really don't think that should be a problem. I always feel like when you're a guest in someone's house, you take what they offer or say, no, thank you. That's the way
Right,
I was brought up. Or, I read somewhere saying, well, you probably shouldn't pour yourself a glass of sparkling water and then offer them tap water, obviously. Like
Right, right.
like it's whatever you have on hand and whatever you drink, that's what they get. I don't
right,
know.
Yeah.
right.
I'm kind of conflicted on that. I don't think that it's rude to offer a guest a glass of tap water. I will say that plastic water bottles are so cheap that I just keep them on hand and keep some in the refrigerator so that if I did, because sometimes maybe a worker's over and, maybe they're going out of the house, a plastic water bottle's handy to say, "Hey, are you thirsty?" I wouldn't necessarily probably have them take my cup outside, whatever. Like, it's just easier. Even for the odd time when my kids come over and they're like, "Oh, can I grab a bottle of water?" Sure. So I do have them. I'm not saying everyone should make sure they do, but if she feels awkward about it, I feel like spend $4 and have 30 water bottles in your pantry and then no need to even write into the advice column. I mean, it's not that big of a lifestyle change to carry, to have some 25-cent water bottles. I don't know. What are you thinking,
Well,
Mindy?
she might just be really against
Yeah.
plastic bottles. I mean, because if she has a filtered water, that
Oh, well,
Right.
maybe, but she
I mean,
doesn't
that's where
really say
most people
that.
don't.
She doesn't
Yeah,
really say that. I don't know. And
yeah,
also, I mean, again, how often are you handing these out? 5, 6 times a
Right.
year? I mean, are you really saving the planet? I don't know. I'm not thinking that she has that big of a problem that she couldn't solve it. But what are you thinking, Mindy?
Well, I'm still in the phase of not saving the planet by preventing the plastic water bottle stage because I have a child that uses one, takes one every day as he walks out and goes to work. And I keep them for backups in my minivan, like in a
Yeah.
cooler. I actually
Uh-huh.
travel with them, and so I always have them on hand, but okay, I was thinking if I was this lady, though, with the whole house filtration system, and if I have spent the money to do that, and we had really, made a concerted effort to do away with the plastic water bottles, I literally would feel compelled every single time that I offered water to explain that I had a whole house
yes,
filtration system and that the water was safe, otherwise I wouldn't be drinking it myself.
right.
And so I just feel like I would have a whole dialogue that I would have to, like, explain as I, put tap water in their cup because I feel like when I put tap water in my cup, I've come to feel like poison. Like there's all kinds of stuff
Oh, I
in there.
know.
It's like not safe. um, so unless you have, the filtered fridge water, which we have that too, and so a lot of people have that option. I just feel like there's got to be some sort of filter, and if they can't see it, I'm gonna let them know.
I feel
Yes.
like water has kind of become, you know how I said I don't even like offering anyone coffee because people are so picky? It's almost like
Yes.
water's gotten to that point
True.
because
Yeah.
it doesn't
Yeah.
matter what mode you use to get your water. Someone out there has scared you into thinking that it's unsafe. So if I have a plastic water bottle in my car, Mindy, I would have to be at death's door to drink it.
I know.
I have some. I would have to have broken down by the side of the road because every
The
news
plastic and the
article is
heat.
going through my mind that I am just drinking plastic. I have it for an emergency. Apparently, it'd be okay for me to drink plastic if I was dying, but it's not for regular. So even if I offer someone a plastic bottle, I don't even know if they want it. And then I feel like also people, you almost have to say like, oh, well, do you want sparkling water, still water? Do you want tap water? I mean, the waters have gotten so complicated that honestly, I don't even know if anyone can get it all right unless you just have a bunch of choices and then people can pick for themselves.
Right. Yeah, because I agree. I think it's moved from saving the planet to drinking microplastics is the great fear.
Yes.
So, like, when my kids come over, they all have a metal water bottle that they like, I don't even get glasses to have dinner at the table anymore. They just set their water bottle
Oh,
down.
that's
So
interesting.
they would never drink out of plastic. So I mean, there's no need to buy them, and it's made me more aware, and I'm certainly not gonna let them sit there in the pantry for months on end or, heat up
Right.
somewhere. So it's just I was kind of against all that, but it really is just easier to drink the
Right.
water you have.
Mhm.
In my opinion, it's just easier. I've finally gotten on board with that.
I know. I feel
And
like
way
I'm
cheaper.
a whole rebel if I when I pour that water bottle in the car into my cup and drink it. I'm like, "Man, I'm really living on the edge."
You are.
It's been a good life, Mindy.
I know it.
Drink the water.
It's so complicated.
All right, here is one that stuck out to me. It says, my husband's grandmother kindly buys lots of clothes for our newborn. However, they're all in the same vein. My daughter is a walking punchline style. Things like, I get my sass from my auntie, and my parents think they're the boss, LOL, across the front of every onesie. It's really not our style, and I hate for her to waste money on clothes the baby won't wear. But also, I don't want to sound ungrateful or hurt her feelings. Should I just let her continue buying them? All right, Mindy, you have not had a grandchild yet, but basically, don't try to buy baby clothes for anybody's baby unless they are registered for them or you have sent them a link and gotten prior approval because those clothes will never see the light of day and you are wasting your money. I learned real quick that the only thing I'm allowed to buy are pajamas or get prior approval. And
Wow.
no one had to tell me. I just noticed that I bought it and then I never saw it on the child. So it's like,
Right.
okay, well, I'm not going to do that
Hint,
anymore.
hint.
Mimi, stay in your lane.
So I say this husband's grandmother must not live near them. Like, so is she
Right.
seeing these clothes on the baby? Because if you didn't see them, then you'd probably get the hint. What do you guys think?
First of all, I will be this grandma, and I will not apologize for it.
You will be that grandma, Mindy.
And the reason, because you guys know how I love a good one-liner, especially if it makes me
All
laugh.
your signs, yes.
Listen, it's hilarious. And
Oh,
okay,
Mindy, I see you at Buc-ee's because they have some great ones.
I need to go to Buc-ee's. Well, okay, I think it's not about the kid actually wearing the clothes. I really don't think it's about that. To me, I can feel the joy this grandmother has
Uh-huh.
in wanting to shop for the grandchild, especially if she doesn't see the grandchild very much. It gives her a way to be a part of their life. It gives her a way to spend time on the grandchild. It gives her a way to have joy with the grandchild. I mean, she might be homebound. She might,
Mhm.
who knows? She might have just bukus of money and it doesn't matter if the kid ever wears it.
Mhm.
She has so much joy thinking about this kid and the one liners. And so if you could somehow share the joy of the one-liner and, like, have a joke about it and talk about it, don't ever put it on your kid if you don't
Or
want to.
put it on, send her a picture. If she doesn't
Yeah,
live
I
Yeah,
like
nearby, she doesn't know how long the child wore it.
I
yeah, I
know.
liked that suggestion. You could at least do that and then give her
Ye
the joy of seeing it. I would
sh
definitely
Right.
say, "Don't stop it. Just let her do
Oh,
it."
let her have her fun. Let her spend her money because it's don't save grandma money. If grandma wants to spend money, let grandma spend her money
Yeah.
and let her have fun doing it. She's old. She's been through messes. She's been through valleys. Let her have her fun. And if that's how she wants to spend it, let her. And honestly, I think this could make a really precious keepsake at some point if you cut the one-liners out, each of them, and literally just frame them all together
You could make a little mini t-shirt
on the
quilt.
wall. Ode to grandma. She was crazy and had fun. I mean, that's what this grandchild's gonna learn from her grandmother or its
I know
grandmother.
we had a friend, that made Midlife Matters onesies
Oh,
for our
those were
grandchildren.
adorable.
Yeah, they were so adorable,
Oh.
and, I know my grandson probably didn't wear this every day, but we
Uh-huh.
definitely got the picture, and,
Yes.
it was so cute. I really appreciated it.
Yeah, yeah. All right, Mindy, what's the next question?
All right. The dilemma is I have a friend who is overly generous with gifts. We traveled together, dined together, and are enjoying the third act of our lives to the fullest. The only issue is that I'm in a season of divesting and purging. I'm grateful for the simplification and peace this process is bringing me, but she loves to shop and shower me with stuff. How do I handle this? Wow. So, this is another kind of like the grandma situation.
Yeah, but now
Mhm.
you're on the receiving end.
That now you get all of this stuff. And so this is interesting because I mean, the friend clearly has fun in shopping, and the other friend is clearly like, this is like causing chaos in my life. It's
Mm,
not
mhm.
bringing joy and it's not bringing peace. And so, since it's a friend situation, again, I kind of feel like you're old enough. She said they're in their third act. I feel like you're old enough. If you're spending that much time together, being honest about the joy of not having things brings you, because I can see that. I really can see that stuff creates chaos. You have to figure out where to put it, even if it's a gift, even if it's something you like. It can create stress. And so being honest about, hey, this is amazing. I love that you want to get that for me and shower me with gifts. But how about every time you get excited about buying me something, why don't you just, give me a hug?
Or take a picture of it and say, "I
Or
thought of you."
I know, like, I would so love to buy this for you. But I thought it was interesting. I just said she could give me a hug, instead, because one of the, people that wrote in with advice said that basically she had a friend, that her love language was, like, physical touch, and she wanted to hug her all the time, and this friend did not enjoy getting hugs, and so they had to have a conversation about how she appreciated that she wanted to give her a hug, but that it made her uncomfortable to hug. And so she
Kinda
said
seems like she would have picked up on that already if they were good friends.
but I don't know that you do, because this topic came up in the Bible study that I hosted last semester, where we talked about people that are either uncomfortable praying out loud, like, please don't ask me to pray out loud. It really
Mhm.
freaks me out. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm glad you said that because that's not a thing for me. And then the people that are like, yeah, that's how I feel about hugging. People in the South hug, they hug everybody. I kind of feel bad because there were like a couple ladies in our group that said that they weren't comfortable hugging, and I can't remember which two said it.
Oh, so now you had to stop hugging everyone, Mindy.
Or
Oh,
hug everyone one more time and see who it was.
See whose arms don't go up around
I gotta watch who's trying to avoid me in public. I don't know.
you. All right, Julie, what was your next question?
Okay, here's a little less funny one. This woman asks, she says, "My husband's sister has a resurgence of cancer and has to be hospitalized for 3 weeks at least. She's never been married and she doesn't have any kids. So my mother-in-law, my husband, and the other sister all feel that someone should sleep at the hospital every single night. I totally understand, but do I have to be a part of that rotation?" We're not particularly close. I hate hospitals and I have a kid at home. It's horrible that she has cancer and I will definitely visit, but do I have to put myself on the schedule to stay there? And this is a very complex question. But first of
Right.
all, I think it's strange how people ask total strangers on the internet how to handle a very unique personal family situation. I really think her question should be, I don't want to be on the rotation. How should I handle that? Because she's
Mhm.
Right.
saying, I'm not going to do this. She's already made up her mind. So she's really wanting to know how to bow out gracefully. Like, I don't really think
Right.
you can tell her whether she should or not necessarily because you don't know the whole
Uh-huh.
situation. But I don't know. When she said, I hate hospitals, I don't know anybody that loves them.
Right.
This woman has no family. And I don't know. I don't know. I would have to consider it, especially if my husband asked me. Now, I think the answers pointed out, like she didn't say her husband asked her to do it. She's feeling like like it's expected of her. So I think I'd have to ask.
She also didn't
Mhm.
say that the sister wants someone. She just said that they feel like someone. Did the sister
Right.
actually want someone there? No one
Right.
really
So it's
said
a
if she
very
does.
complex question. Yeah. I think it would just be if I was asked specifically to do it, I would definitely consider it. But I do think there's probably other ways she can show her love. Like she could be there all day while her child's at school or take
Mhm.
her
Mhm.
meals or,
Mhm.
I do think there's other ways. So
Yeah.
that's a
I
really
I
hard
do
one.
see her dilemma. Assuming that the sister wants someone, assuming that
Mhm.
the family is correct in that. On the surface you say, "Okay, well we're not particularly close, so would she even want me?" But I do think that this is a situation where if you show up, you may become closer.
Right. And
Right.
you may be needed, you
Yeah.
know, because
Right.
I do feel like people need people in hospitals now more than they used to. An
Mhm.
advocate,
Yeah.
somebody to kinda watch out for them and help them because they
Yes.
just
Mhm.
are understaffed and, you
Mhm.
know
Right.
so I can't imagine not having anyone in the world, that would just
Right.
naturally come. So,
Well, I don't know. I
Mhm.
mean, she doesn't not have anyone in the world. She has some people that are willing. This woman might not.
but she doesn't have a spouse who would just doesn't have to be asked, doesn't have to be
Oh, I see.
like,
Mhm.
you just know your spouse is gonna be there, like, these are all,
Mhm.
like, "Can you do this? Do you have time?" Like,
Right,
I
I
know I
see.
Mhm.
kinda know where she is, like, this is not and she doesn't have children,
I see.
so there's just not a obvious answer, like, people have to come up with a solution for this,
Right.
and so I would hope somebody would be willing to do it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I do feel kinda sorry for the woman that wrote in because I think anytime you have a situation where you have all this anxiety, this kind of assumed anxiety, there or this assumed obligation maybe because she is looking at it kind of as an obligation because 'cause they're not very close. Um, it's probably good for her to think of what she could do. And so I appreciated what you said about, could she go during the day? Could she
Mhm.
offer up some solutions where she can be of help, but she's also more at peace with what she's willing to give?
Right.
Because nobody wants someone spending the night with them that doesn't want to be there. Like it,
Mhm.
I don't, I wouldn't want to be the person in the hospital and somebody feeling obligated,
Mhm.
to be there with me.
Mhm.
But at the same time, I mean, I think that there's probably some conversations to be had, and so I appreciate your take on that too, Julie, that I'm surprised she would write in. She really just needs to pull her husband to the side and, you
Mhm.
know, decide how she might want to best serve and love
Mhm.
that family member.
All right, here's another more serious type one. Let's say you've invited someone to a party you're planning and you don't hear back from them. How long do you wait to follow up? And is it okay to call them out on their ghosting? All right, ghosting. I don't know that we always had that term for it, but we've all
Mhm.
sent invitations and never received a response. Sometimes you do receive an affirmative response and then they still just miraculously don't show up. I mean, this is a thing in life. So, how are we supposed to deal with it? And I also appreciated the one woman, she said there's no need to call it ghosting.
Yeah.
I feel like ghosting is if you said you were coming and you don't come. I feel like not responding to the invitation, maybe reach out and say, did you get the invitation? because maybe with the way that, sometimes the evites come on your phone, sometimes they come on your email, sometimes they're a text message, and some people aren't great about opening all those. Like, I think making sure they got them is probably number one.
Yeah, I think ghosting implies an intentional, I'm gonna just stay invisible and not respond. It kind of has a malicious
Yeah.
sound to it.
I have, though, had people in my life, though, who you cannot hear back from them. You can send them an invitation, you could send them a reminder text.
Is
and
it
you
me, Marie?
No. And you still will
Julie,
not
hello? Are you there?
hear anything. You won't hear anything. It's
Right.
crickets. And they'll
Right.
never acknowledge that anything ever even went out. It's so baffling to me. Or I've had other people, yes, and
And then
then
they
never show up or
That's weird.
cancel at the last minute. It is a thing. And honestly, well, I kind of take my cue from like the younger generation. I almost feel like the older generation is more willing to just keep on dealing with this type of person. Whereas like if I describe it to my daughter, she's like, "What are you doing, Mom? I give someone one chance, and if they do that, they're off." And it's like, "Oh, okay." She goes, "I don't know why you keep putting up with that from them." I'm like, "Okay, I
We
didn't
need
even
to have
know."
another generation on here answer these questions. Can you
So
imagine?
I feel like the younger generation maybe doesn't give as much leeway for ghosting.
You're either my friend or you're not.
Yeah, do you guys have any thoughts on this question? What did you think about when you read it?
Well, first of all, in defense of those that don't always respond, I have trouble when I get an invitation, I stick it up on the fridge. I don't just respond with yes because I'm afraid if I say yes and then don't get to go, that's
Right.
bad. But I need to realize that it's worse to not respond.
Mm.
So I'll just confess the shower I went to Saturday, I had to get a call and say, "Yeah, we had some trouble with the mail. So we're just checking to see if everyone got the invitation."
Julie, it
And I
was
was like,
you.
"It was me." I was like, "Oh my gosh, I forgot." It didn't even have an RSVP date. It was just RSVP. So I
Right.
did RSVP 2 days before the shower. I did get mine
Good
in.
job.
But then if I don't do it day one, and yet I don't know on day one if I can really do this, then I tend to forget.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to
Even though
start
you
putting
put it up
RSVP.
there.
Well, yeah, but it's, small print, and I need to put an alarm on my phone that
Small
says
print.
RSVP by this date. That's what I need
I
to start
know.
doing.
Yeah,
Listen,
that's
We've
true.
talked about
we couldn't-
alarms before.
It's true. That's super helpful. But it is funny, like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I couldn't read the invitation. It was just too small."
Yeah, that date needs to be in bold black
I'm
print.
good.
Not too bold because you might think that's the date of the event.
Well,
Up on the wrong date.
I just feel like you fall into different camps in different seasons of your life, and so it's like, well, I really want my yes to be yes. So then I will
Exactly,
put
that's
off
what I'm
saying
saying, Mindy.
yes. Yeah. So I'm my commitments are very important to me, and I don't want to commit unless I'm for sure going to be there. And
Yeah, I don't
so
wanna be the person that always says yes and then doesn't come. So I'm trying
I
to,
You just want to
know
be the
because I
person
feel
that
like
never
that's
responds at
worse.
all.
Right.
right.
I mean, is it that invitation? Not the shower, of course, but is it that invitation like you just really don't want to be there? Like, are you procrastinating because you don't want to go? Then then just say no. Send a gift. But if it really is, you are piling on a lot of stuff, it's a busy season, and you're just not sure of what your commitments are at that time. Yeah, I think the reminder on the phone is probably the best way to go to try to make yourself remember because you know how it feels when you're the one inviting and you're wanting to give a
Mhm.
gift to all the people and you're opening your home and you're paying for food and you're paying for, decor maybe, and it's a big deal. And so, you want people to treat that with some level of, thankfulness that you would do that maybe, or just
Mhm.
respect that you would try to give a gift to people in that way.
Yeah.
So
Now I'm feeling
I don't
really
know.
bad.
I'm sorry. Well, Julie, should I point out that the host was a fan of ours.
Oh, I know. Now I'm feeling really bad.
Maybe we should just she's our fan today. Like, I'm a fan of.
Because it was a lovely shower. I mean,
It was.
it was very nice, and I really appreciate it. And
Should we
yes, you're
also point out that we stayed way too long?
yeah, I didn't even know if I was going, and I stayed 2 hours past the end
RSVP'd
time.
late
I know.
and stayed late.
Yeah.
Shout out to Laura, thank you.
Laura, you were amazing, amazing, amazing. Thank you for hosting us.
All right, Mindy, what was your next question?
This cracked me up. Oh my gosh. I have a friend who has very long hair, about to her chest.
I
You
love
already
this
know.
one.
I know. It says, I mostly see her wearing it with a pin or barrette holding the top back. It's all one length. She is an attractive woman, and I know she would look so great with a fresh and modern haircut with some layers. She could still keep it long. We're not the closest of friends, but we share a lot. How do I suggest a new look?
Don't.
I know. I was thinking don't, especially when you say we're not the closest of friends.
Wow. I cannot even believe the question. Like,
Yeah.
I can't believe that she would feel obligated to help somebody look their best.
Yeah.
Maybe because has she ever been told how she could look her best?
Well, I could have totally seen this if my twins had wrote it about each other.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Family.
Close.
they totally feel
Sisters.
free
Yes.
in concerned love to totally criticize the other
Uh-huh.
person's fashion choices, hairstyle, whatever. If you're this
Yeah.
person's twin, you can probably get away with it. Otherwise, you probably need to keep your mouth closed. Unless she asked you. Did she ask you? I didn't see that in the question at all.
No, she
Right.
did not ask.
Right.
And I thought it was funny. I think somebody pointed out with all the makeover shows,
Yes.
it's like, okay, this is done on TV, but no, this does not translate to real life where you can just suggest a full makeover on someone. You just can't do that. I love that. I thought about this Bible verse. All things are permissible. Not everything is beneficial. It's like,
Right.
yeah, you can do that, but it's really
Yeah.
not going to be beneficial to her or you.
Right, right. I totally agree, Marie, about the closeness of the relationship. I mean, even with my daughter, we're pretty close, and we don't even live in the same town. But I was joking with her one time, like we were FaceTiming, the front of her hair looked great. Well, then she was like, "Oh my gosh, but you got to see the back of my hair." And she turned around, and it was like a mess in the back. And she had just taken it out, and I was like, "Girl, you need to wash your hair. It is getting greasy back there."
But that's even not like a style choice. That's just
No.
oh yeah, I know,
No.
yeah.
No, but I think it cracked me up the details that she put in the question. She put that she actually wears a pin or barrette, and it's
Mhm.
all the same length. I mean, she's really thinking about how to fix this woman's looks.
Yeah, that's true.
And I think I would be like, I wonder if you could maybe go volunteer some time somewhere. Um,
All right, Julie, what was the next question that really stuck out to you?
Okay, this next question was about friends who typically go out as a group to celebrate birthday dinners. And the person that wrote the question says, I typically bring a very nice, she said, a very nice gift. And then when the check comes, the ladies that didn't bring a gift say, oh, let's split the birthday girl's check. And she's wanting to know how to bow out of that gracefully. She feels like she's already celebrated the birthday girl with the gift. And now these women are including her, when they haven't thought of a gift. I don't know. I thought this was a little strange. Like, how much could the dinner be if you've got, say, 5 women splitting this woman's, $5, $10 a piece? Or if they're doing it by Venmo, you just wouldn't have to contribute. You wouldn't have to say anything. You just
Never Venmo?
yeah, just don't Venmo. Like, it's like whoever wants to contribute to the
Mm.
because obviously one person's gonna pay for the check and then
Mhm.
you could, contribute. I don't know. I feel like if you wanted to bring that gift, then just be happy with that and if they need, I think it's kind of normal. It's not expected, but it's a nice thing to not have the birthday person pay for their meal.
Mhm.
I mean, it's not expected, but that's kind of a normal thing to do. So
Mhm.
I wouldn't begrudge that you brought a gift because you wanted to do that extra. I don't know. I just feel like she should probably just, I, I don't know. I could not say. I think what somebody suggested that you say, "Oh, I've already celebrated the birthday girl with the gift, so
Oh, I would
I'm gonna
never say that.
abstain from." Like, I could never
Oh,
say that.
She said that you should say calmly and pleasantly. I would be sweating bullets and be a nervous
Yeah.
wreck. She says, say calmly and pleasantly, I brought her a gift, so I'll just cover mine. Then you stop talking, no apology, no explanation, no nervous giggle. Anyone who wants to subsidize can proceed without you. Anyone who's uncomfortable should be. I felt like this person was way off
Mm-mm.
base in
Yeah.
their
No.
advice. Like, they are not right.
That's
I guess
not
what I'm saying is you
Yeah.
kinda go expecting that y'all are gonna cover. I
Yeah.
think you already go into it that you're gonna cover the birthday girl, and then you've chosen to bring the gift.
Right.
You didn't
Right.
have to do that, so I don't
It's
know,
on
I just
you.
think that's weird. Yeah. Yeah.
I totally agree with you. And to me, it puts the birthday girl in a very ugly place.
Oh,
That is
yes.
not going to feel loving to her. If she
No.
hears her friend say, "No, I'm not going to do
Arguing
that.
about the
I've already
check?
given her, I have given her enough.
Right.
It sounds
She
like you're
doesn't
giving the
deserve
gift to get
any more."
credit. It sounds like you're giving the
Yes.
gift to get credit, not because
I
you really
know.
wanted to give her a gift. And
Yeah,
next year you could get a gift that was about $10 left if you knew you were gonna pay for the. Yeah.
I know.
She's in these groups, and this is what they
Yeah,
always do.
Yeah.
If you know they
right.
always do this, then adjust your behavior. Why do you expect
Exactly.
everyone else to
Yeah.
adjust their behavior?
I
I
know.
agree. I agree.
I know. Make it fun for the birthday girl. What a way to just steal the joy out of her birthday dinner. Like, love
Having
her.
your friends argue over
Yeah,
how much
I
people are gonna pay.
know. I
Yeah,
know. It's worth the money to make somebody feel loved and blessed on their birthday.
right.
You want to cause conflict, you should just stay home.
The person that gave this advice, they just could not be more wrong. She said that
Uh-uh.
that if this is happening across multiple friend groups, it's because you've been subsidizing the system. Systems don't change until the so this gift giver apparently is
Yeah.
the most responsible person stops over functioning. And then she says, generosity is chic. Being taken advantage of is not. Hold your line. The right women will respect it. The rest will reveal themselves. This is over
Yeah.
splitting. What is it? More than what you said, $6 to $10 a person. Hold your
Uh-huh.
line. I don't think you should hold your line in that situation.
This is not a place to change the generational, culture. It's not up to you to be like the kindness doctor or like this sounds like cancel culture to me. Like this sounds
Yeah.
like
Yes. And it kinda sounds like it's not meant to be a gift giving, it's like, "Let's just go out and be together on our birthdays." So you've
Right.
kinda added that in yourself.
Right.
right.
It's probably not expected, and if no one else is doing it,
It's
I
just
don't know. It sounds
the
like she wrote it in
motivation,
to elevate herself for bringing the gift.
the motivation behind that is mean.
I
It's just
Yeah.
not
expected the
nice.
advice people to roast
Mm-mm,
her over this, and instead they were like encouraging it. So I was a little
no.
taken aback.
Yeah, and saying she's subsidizing this behavior, like, that's just ridiculous.
I'm concerned. All three of us emphatically agree,
Yeah.
but they clearly did not. And
No,
Mhm.
so
I know.
I just err on the side of loving somebody. Err on the side, be taken advantage of. Like, be kind.
I mean, okay, listeners, there's just such gold in this response.
Yes.
They said, you either bring a gift or you pick up the check. Doing neither and then proposing we all split it is freeloading with lipstick on. I mean, they just could not have been more opposite of us, I guess.
Yeah, they're acting like these women just totally forgot about the gift, so now they're making up for it. I don't think they totally forgot about the
No,
gift. I think this is an understood thing. This is
Right.
just what
Yeah.
This
we
is
do.
an understood thing. Yes.
It happens
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
Wow, you're
I
trying
thought
to
that
change
was
the
just
flow of the
so
ocean.
funny. Again, though, these people's pictures look younger than us, so I should ask my daughter what she thought about
I
this.
know.
Maybe it's
We
a
should pose
generational
this
thing. I
question
don't
to our
know.
listeners.
Well,
Yeah.
and the other thing is, these women writing for this advice column probably aren't struggling financially either. it's kind of weird that they're acting like money's the real issue.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I doubt it. I mean, we're talking
Mhm.
$10, maybe $15, and
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
Mm.
know. That was an interesting one though, Julie. That one did stick
Mhm.
out to me
Ooh.
too. Yeah.
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 All right, Mindy, what's your last question?
All right, my last one. My neighborhood's houses are all very close together, cottage style. And two of my neighbors like to walk through our patio to get to one another's houses rather than walking on the sidewalk or the access road. We recently put up cameras and have video evidence of them walking through every week, which is even more than we thought. Should I bring it up and ask them to stop or just let it be to keep the peace? We don't have an HOA to oversee these things.
Oh, this is
I
such a
feel like this
loaded
could have showed
question.
up on our neighborhood Facebook page.
I brought
Well,
this
and
up
I
for you
live in that
guys.
same style house. Like, I have a
Yep.
little walk through, I have a fence, but, a lot of people don't. Well, first of all, I would say she did not say why it bothered her. She did not say, "They're killing my grass," or "They're disturbing my morning coffee," or if you
Yeah.
don't have a reason
Right.
that it bothers you, let it go. Like, why is I don't know. I wouldn't have a
I
problem with
mean,
that unless it was causing some kind of a problem.
Julie, what if she likes to be naked in her house? I mean,
Well, that's what I mean. If that's a problem, then say that. But
Yeah.
um, yeah, it kind of depends on what issue it's called. If it's a privacy issue, then yes, then you probably should. But if she didn't say anything like that. It just sounded like, "This is my yard.
this
Why
is
are you
my
on
yard.
it? Get
Right.
Right.
off the grass."
Right.
Something similar happened on our Facebook page a while ago. Somebody said that they were told by their neighbor, it's like their houses have an alley between them, and when you back out of your driveway, you could back out
Mm,
so far that you would kind of go into someone else's driveway. And I mean, these are close quarters. You're not having to do it far to actually enter someone else's driveway. And they were asked, please don't back up far enough that you actually go into my driveway anymore. And people were very divided on whether that was okay for that neighbor to have done that or not. And I can see both sides. I can see the person that said, it's tight quarters and two of my wheels often go into her driveway and she asked me to stop. And so now I've got to be like super careful because I have a really large truck and we have a lot of cars we're trying to juggle. But then I could also see the other person's point of view because someone pointed out that the reason she knows the person's doing it is because it sets off her security camera. So then she gets an alert every time someone does it. And she may live alone. That may scare her. It's something that's interrupting her peace. Every time you get a notification, I'm sure that probably does interrupt your peace. So I could
Mhm.
see both sides. So now that they installed a security camera out in the backyard, I wonder if that's like interrupting that woman's peace. Now she knows people are going back and forth. She wonders what they're
Right.
going back and forth for. Maybe she's
Mhm.
worried someone's going to fall on her property and get hurt. Like, I don't
Mhm.
know. She doesn't really say why.
Right.
I remember that incident, Marie, with the driving thing, and I think you should probably live out on some acreage. We live in very tight quarters, and
Right.
if you have a large truck, you would have to turn so sharp because I know there's a fence right behind my driveway, so I have no option but to make a very sharp turn, and I still get
Mhm.
very close to the fence. So I see how it was. I think that person could have backed straight into the other driveway and then easily
Mhm.
gotten
Mhm.
out on the street. So I get it, and I just think I think you just have to have a little more grace and put up with things when you live so close to people. I mean, there
Right.
are literally like 15 feet between our houses, and
Right.
that's just more people, more cars, more dogs, more
Mhm.
everything. And I don't know. I think if you don't come into a neighborhood like that knowing this, you're gonna be
Yeah.
upset a lot
Yeah.
because
Because your
you don't have
property's
as much
like
privacy and
not just your
separation.
property. I
Right? You
was
even
thinking
share your yard. Yeah.
if it were me, I would I would not walk through someone's patio. Like
Right.
I
I
would
I
not
wouldn't
wouldn't
walk through
either.
either.
No.
somebody's
No.
backyard. And so and maybe that's this person that wrote in, like, I don't understand that
Yeah,
thinking because I
I
just
get that.
wouldn't do that, especially because clearly there's another way.
Right.
Mhm.
It's not
Right.
like that's the only way that they can
Yeah.
go. And so also, I I wouldn't live in a place that was that close because I'm not at a point where I want to see people like out my windows all of the time. I really do covet privacy and peace. And so that would be, I don't know. I just wouldn't do that. But I don't
Mhm.
think it would bother me if other people did it. I would just be like, yeah, that's just kind of the neighborhood I live in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I'd probably notice it as a little weird because 'cause you're right, I wouldn't cut through somebody's yard because it's not
Right.
my yard, but
I
Right.
think I would
yeah.
take my security camera off back there because ignorance is bliss, and she seemed happier before she knew it.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I can see both sides, honestly. I really can. I mean, maybe put up a small picket fence or something. I don't know.
But a
Yeah, yeah,
conversation is not a bad thing in this because if the homeowner were to have been asked, "Hey, is it okay if we cut through your yard? It's so much shorter, it's safer, I'm not on a
right.
busy road," whatever. She would have been like, "Oh, yeah, that's totally fine. Thank you for
Yeah,
asking
just
for
respectful.
using my yard." It is respectful.
I can think of a situation where where I could definitely see the other side, like, if every time they walked through, my dog went nuts and barked,
Oh,
then that would
Mhm.
make me think, "Yeah, that I really wish you wouldn't do that because it sets my dog off," you know? But
Mhm.
then you would at least have something a reason. It's not just, "I don't like you walking through my
maybe
yard," you
she
know?
wants to be invited to the friend's
That's what
house.
I was thinking. I was thinking it's probably a constant reminder that these two people are super close and I'm not close with them and I'd like to be.
Mhm.
That's the vibe that I got from it. I wasn't sure if you guys picked
Mhm.
up on
Mm,
that or not, but
no.
obviously you
Yeah.
did.
She can set up a lemonade stand and meet 'em, say, "Hey, can I give you a fresh drink on the way?"
I feel like that was the main reason, and so I felt bad
Yeah,
about that.
I know. She might need some friendship.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah, so all right, Julie, what was your last question?
This question was about a nail salon breakup. Um,
Okay, I liked that one too.
yeah. The writer of the question said, I've gone to the same nail salon for a couple of years and the owner does my nails. While she was on vacation, I had an appointment with a different lady. I really liked her technique and the results were so much better. How do I switch without putting the new lady in an uncomfortable position or hurting the owner's feelings? And
So hard. We've all dealt with this with hair, at least, you know?
Yep, yep.
and I feel like no matter what the advice is, it's like, could I really do it though? Like I
Right.
know what's permissible, but is it going to be possible? So, because I've done this with hairstylists, but I've also left
Mm,
the salon. I don't think I
right,
could just keep going back
right.
and looking at them or explain, oh, I like her better. Like, how do you do that?
Mm-mm,
Um,
you
and
don't.
then they got real subversive, like, ask what days the owner's there and try to make your appointments on those
Dang.
days. I'm like, that just seems so
Yeah.
dishonest. Like,
I would do that.
I don't know, but is that always
Avoidance.
going to work? But is it always going to work? I mean,
No.
I would have to avoid it by just changing salons. But
Now you've lost
yeah,
both of them.
but yeah,
Shoot.
because she didn't have a problem. It's not like
I
she
know.
left one. It was just that one was better. So I don't
I
know. I
know.
just think that would be. I know what they said you could do because they said, "Oh, if you switch, the owner's still benefiting because she's getting money. You haven't left
Yeah.
her store." But
Nobody's gonna see that.
just personally, I would never be able to do that and stay. So,
Yeah. So what did you come to? You can't switch?
well, no, because she liked the first one.
Right, but I mean, are you landing on the side of that you can't switch?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, okay.
yeah, yeah.
Because I love what you said. I know it's permissible, but I also know what's
Mm-mm.
possible.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not
right.
saying that
It's
I'm
true.
not saying for her that she couldn't switch. I just know that I could give that advice, but I wouldn't be able to
No.
do it. Yeah.
No.
Everyone would give that advice. I don't know
Uh-huh.
how many people are able to actually follow it.
Right, right.
I would decide that I'm done getting my nails done. I'd really like to go for a natural look now.
And then suddenly come back in a month.
Right, right, right. But I mean, that's tough because politics are politics in a nail salon, in a workplace,
Oh, yeah.
wherever, and people are gonna get hurt and,
Yeah. And then what if this person was really good today, but you go a few more times and you actually don't like her and you start looking back at your old person, you
mm,
say, well, she was pretty good consistently. Like,
mhm.
there's a lot to think about here.
Yeah.
There is. There really
I
is.
feel like there's probably I've seen several, sitcoms that have this
Oh,
situation,
yeah, for
you
sure.
Right.
know?
I mean, also, you could just leave it up to chance and just have a time that you need to get your nails done and call and say, "Hey, like, this is the only time I can come. Which one of you
Yeah.
are available?" I don't know.
Yeah.
Could let them
Yeah. That's a good
That's true.
way.
I mean, that is a
kind
good
of a
idea.
compromise.
Mhm.
It is. What if they both say yes, though, then, Mindy?
Oh, can't come today. Something came up.
You ghost them.
You
This is
go.
I know, that's it. Change my phone number. I'm moving.
Okay. This was just kind of a weird question. I'm going to end on this one. A very good friend vapes in my house and car constantly. I've complained about the smell, but all she did was change the scent. It's most annoying when she's right by my ear and constantly dragging on the vape. It hardly leaves her mouth. Now that I've tolerated it for so long, I feel like it would be mean to say something, but it gives me a headache. What could I do? This was just such an odd question.
I
First of
didn't even
all,
see that one.
the friend that's vaping is actually not in the wrong here because it's
I
the
know.
person who's too afraid to say anything because
I
she
know.
said something about the smell. So the friend, thinking that she's being a good friend, changed the smell of her
Yeah.
vape based on what she was told. But the person refuses. I thought this was so odd because I'm thinking if you can't draw a line with I don't allow vaping in my house or car, I wonder where you do draw lines in life because I feel like most people before they would light up a cigarette or a vape or anything would
Mhm.
say, "Do you mind if I do
Mhm.
this in here?" And she must have at some time said, "No, I don't mind." What do you guys think?
Mhm.
Well, and this isn't a question like, "Do you mind taking your shoes off in my house?" That's kind of a preference-y thing. This is a health concern, like,
Mhm.
vaping is banned, like, on my cruise ship, like, it's
Right.
considered smoking. Those
Yeah,
are chemicals that you are breathing in. It's not just the scent that bothers you. I mean, that's a health issue, and I would have every right to say,
Right.
right.
"No, I don't want you doing that in my enclosed car or
Mhm.
house."
I mean, she is right. She's put up with it for such a long time
Yeah.
that I still think you can always have that conversation. It doesn't matter how long that's been happening. But I also am concerned about the person that wrote the question, the fact that they have put up with it for such a long time, because I feel like those are the kind of people that blow up at something. Like at some point,
Yeah.
they lose their minds over something, because they
It
haven't
builds
been
and builds.
able to draw a boundary, but, clearly the friend quickly changed behavior when she mentioned, the smell was a problem. She changed sense. The thing is, the friend is willing to accommodate,
Mhm.
but, maybe an easy way if the person writing were to be like, "Well, what do I say? How do I broach this now that I've put up with it for such a long time?" I think I would just say, "Hey, anytime you wanna vape, let me know. I will pull over because I don't want it in an enclosed place because I'm concerned about my health.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Or we could go outside. I'll go outside with you, at a distance. Let me pull the car over every time you need to vape."
Yeah. Well, I thought the first person said that if I were in your position, I would take your friend aside and let her know that you do not appreciate her vaping so close to you. Okay, I don't really think that's the answer because she does
No,
write,
because you've done it.
it's most annoying when she's right by my ear. Okay, so if you
That was
say,
some
"Don't vape so close to me," she might just move across the table from you. I mean, right by your ear is like super close. I think you need to just tell her, "I don't enjoy having vaping in my house or my car."
Yeah, I think she's trying to be nice so she's not getting the message out. Like, it really wasn't the smell,
Right.
but yet
right.
the lady did exactly what you addressed, like, she changed the smell. Like,
She
if you're
changed the
not being
scent.
honest, she's never gonna get it,
Mhm.
Right.
because
Right.
she sounds willing to make changes.
Right.
Yeah. All right, well, I will be looking for more questions to bring to us because this is always so funny. All right, listeners, we'd love to hear from you if you disagree with any of our advice. I would love to read about it. Come and find us on Instagram, Midlife Matters Podcast, or email us at midlifematterspodcast@gmail.com. But before we go, we want to do I'm a Fan. All right, Julie, what are you a fan of this week?
All right, I'm a fan of a new show called The Other Bennett Sister. Have you seen it?
No.
Okay.
No.
It's a 2026 BBC BritBox drama, and it's a reimagining of Pride and Prejudice from the perspective of the overlooked middle sister, Mary Bennet.
Oh.
And so apparently she's supposed to be the kind of the ugly duckling, which is kind of funny because I don't think any of them are very pretty. They didn't make some beautiful and this one not, you know. She's
Okay.
kind of bookish, she wears glasses, and her mother tells her all the time, like, no man will marry a woman that wears spectacles.
Oh,
And
interesting.
they're just always putting her down and oh, it's just horrible. But after her father dies, she leaves the country and moves into London to be a nanny for a relative. And it just opens up this whole new world of, going to parties and balls and dances and meeting men. And it's just about her kind of giving her self discovery, getting her self esteem,
Mhm.
and just finding happiness because her family just really treats her badly.
Mm.
And so it's 10. Let's see, it's 10-part series, and I think I'm on 6.
Oh,
So,
okay.
and what's really kinda cool is they're 30 minutes, which is so unusual. Most
Yeah.
BB things are an hour, hour and 10, so, I find that I just watch 2 or 3 at once because they're so short, but they're really cute. It's really a sweet, you really love her. She's very
Mhm.
endearing. Yeah.
Aw.
Mindy, what are you a fan of this week?
I'm a fan of solving a problem with some homemade unsweet tea.
Mm.
I have loved Panda Express's unsweet passion tea for over 20 years. And just recently, in the past 2 months, they have stopped selling it because they don't sell enough. Or at least down
Oh,
south,
you're
they
not
don't sell
buying
enough.
enough, Mindy.
I know. This is the issue. And so I did find that they had it though at the one in Chattanooga. So I feel like this is a southern thing with unsweet tea.
Mhm.
Everybody likes it sweet down here, I guess, except me. Well, I was able to find some tea bags at Publix. And so I recently made my own peach and orange flavored tea, though it's unsweet.
Mm.
And so that's what I like. There's no sweetener, it's caffeine free, it's an herbal tea. And so just making it at home and now I've got a whole gallon-sized pitcher
Oh,
of
wow.
my own unsweet peach and orange tea.
Oh.
And so it kind of
Mm.
forced me, when I couldn't get it from Panda Express,
Mhm.
to make my own. And you guys, even brewing it, it smells so good. And it's just a refreshing drink in the summer with no sweetener, no sugar. And
Mhm.
so I'm a huge fan to
Sounds
be able to make
good.
this at home.
Well, who makes the tea bags?
Oh, sorry, it's Twinings?
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
I don't know if that's how you pronounce it or
I
not,
think it
but
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
okay.
This week, I'm a fan of something. It was also solving a problem, Mindy. So I
Oh.
recently got a lampshade for my birthday, and I wanted to use it on a lamp that didn't have a harp. So if you know, like when you buy a lamp, like sometimes the shade
Mm,
sits like right down at the base of the light bulb, and sometimes it's on a harp with like a little screw at the top or like a little finial. Well, this
right.
lampshade required that you have a harp with a finial, but I wanted to use it on a lamp where my previous shade was just down at the base. So I thought, well, how am I going to do that? And so I got on Amazon, as you do for all things, and I found this one that was adjustable because I really wasn't sure. You can order specific sizes of harps. And I tried out a couple from my other lamps, and I just couldn't decide. Like, I don't know, should I buy an 8-inch one, a 7-inch one, a 9-inch one? I'm not sure what's going to look right. Then I found that you could buy this adjustable harp holder. It's 7, 8, 9, or 10 inches. It was an antique brass lamp harp kit. So it fits both standard lamp rod and the light base. And I think it was, let me check and see how much, $11.49. So not very expensive. It allows you to switch any lamp then. You could either use it with a shade that requires the base, or you could use it with a shade that requires the harp. So
Mhm.
that solved a problem for me pretty inexpensively. It works great. And if anyone else is out there, I will put the link. Have you guys ever had to do that before? You wanted to kind of retrofit something?
I just saw those at home. They have a lot of the harps and stuff, but is the adjustable part the height
Yes.
or
Yes. It's adjustable
okay,
height.
okay.
I haven't had to do that, but I could see needing to do that. So I wouldn't have even thought I could do that.
All right, ladies, I enjoyed this episode. It was fun to laugh, and I look forward to talking with you next week.
All right.
Yes,
It was
this was
fun.
a lot of fun. Thanks for bringing that to us, Marie.
Okay. Talk to you later.
All right.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
We're so happy you joined us today. You can find the show notes for this episode at midlifematterspodcast.com. Also, please tell a friend about the show and help them hit the free subscribe button on their favorite podcast app. Be sure to follow us on Instagram at Midlife Matters Podcast. That's where we post pictures and stories about all the things we talk about in each episode. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week.